I got the alarm front kind of disconnected, but it's still, the main wire is still plugged in, and the power wire is down here, and it goes up through the telephone box, comes here, and it sneaks out and goes over to there. And I've got that unplugged. And I wanted to check all this stuff out. I was hoping this only had a couple mounting screws with just a small wire poke through the sheetrock. Well, that's not the case, because I can see there's a notch all the way through here, and this whole box is mounted with sheetrock screws all the way around the edge, and I see daylight right there and a slit right there. I might want to do a little bit more investigation. I could unscrew that whole thing to see exactly how big this hole is, but my guess is a square hole there, a rectangular. I know I'm going to have to patch that somehow. And here's the telephone. I've disconnected the front right there. Just unscrewed that, gently pulled that away. And now this hole is a round hole. It's not like a hole cut out all the way, you know. And I wanted to see on this carefully how this got hooked up. And some of these wires, they don't hook up all the way. There's 4 or 5 wires here that are just cut off and not hooked up. This whole thing gets connected with only a couple screws or a couple wires, and it looks like I'm in luck. There's 2 sets of wires there, and you see that? Looks like they're both going down. So I think they come into the house down low, and then they come fishing up through the wall and out. So see, for that telephone, if I disconnect this, I really don't want to disconnect those wires either. Not quite sure how I'm going to do this just yet. But these wires need to go back down so I can cut in a box underneath this little desk area. Okay, so I'm still checking this out. I think I'm going to take that. I think I'm going to unscrew this mounting box carefully and see how big this hole is, because I might be able to relocate this mounting box up, maybe up this high, and cover up half the hole down here, half of it here. Maybe do just a little bit of business around the top and bottom, or looking at it. I'm not quite sure yet what we're going to end up having to do. Plus, this is shoved right tight to the countertop. Now, granted, the granite, say that 10 times fast. I don't know where the granite countertop is going to stop here, as opposed to where the backsplash is going to end. They may end up putting the backsplash right here. I might want to take that and slide it over to the right just a little bit, which I could do. I may ultimately have to patch this, and that patch might be better to patch the high one rather than move this up and patch the low one, because when you're in the kitchen, your eye is going to be focused more down low than it is up high, because as you're standing back further, you don't see this high patch as much. Either way, a patch is a patch is a patch at this point, right? So in hindsight, ever you're getting ready to do remodeling work, you know, we retextured this wall and primed and painted it. There was wallpaper on this wall before. Anytime you start doing your project, look around and say, okay, do I want to relocate any light switches, any outlets, any alarms, any telephones, that kind of stuff. You can do that at the same time. Then you can patch all this stuff, you know, during the rest of your patching that you're going to do. There's a tip for you.